Eom Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
It is festive seasons and celebration everywhere. Oh yes. Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year to our esteemed viewers and most valued sponsors for your continued interest and support. Loads of blessings and favors to you in 2019. Best of luck. Hello there, and many thanks indeed for joining us. You're watching the Eom Business Network, indeed, the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mawari. Today on the program, we'll be taking a look at the Nigerian economy from the perspective of industry operators. We'll be speaking with some of them about their businesses, the operating environment, and other related issues. Also, the lineup is spot on with Fumi Ekundayo, super corporate woman, achiever extraordinaire, who is also the managing director and chief executive officer of STL Trustees. And on the face-to-face is another industry giant, Adegboyega Adetunji, chairman and chief executive officer of Hesges Nigeria Limited. It's a package you must see. Stay with us. Let us start with the business environment. A friendly, enabling, and conducive business operating environment are preconditions to attracting investment and achieving economic growth and development. President of Dijo Group, Chief Innocent Obo, is of the view that government must tackle infrastructure deficit in Nigeria to achieve its desired goals.
Setup may not be difficult in Nigeria, but running a business in Nigeria has a lot of hurdles to cross. Right from taxation. Nigeria doesn't have double tax, multiple taxation from the federal government and the state governments and the local government. You find situations whereby the same tax is being collected in different names, and that could actually kill the small and medium scale businesses in Nigeria. You see, and that is why people actually evade tax. From a tax point of view, it's a challenging environment. I think the government needs to actually look at that. Then, aside also from the tax, even the total, the economy itself, the fund availability for businesses to grow in Nigeria is not there. I was chatting with somebody some time ago and I said to him, you know that at the end of the day you pay about 31% on any amount of money you borrow. By the time you add everything together, it comes to about 31%. How are you going to survive? The total profit you make on the business transaction, at 31% you're practically killing the client. So that means you're either working for the banks or working for the client. Now, how will businesses survive? So the comfort of doing business in Nigeria is quite tough. Then, you know, working in Nigeria, doing business in Nigeria is like working on the hourglass. You turn it over and every minute your coin is going. The diesel is running. You can't, how do you want to do business? The government is taxing you. The banks are not funding you. Then there's no power to run the business. You have bills to pay. It's a miracle to be a businessman in Nigeria.
Now to real estate matters. Evertop Realties has continued to position and reposition its operations. Brand ambassador of the company, Abidemi Kosoko, spoke on the unique qualities of the services offered by the company.
When I talk about trust, you see, Evertop Realties, we don't joke with trust. If you ask me about any property and I tell you, okay, this property, this particular land is a dry land. When you get there, trust me, it's dry. So that is what I meant by trust. You know, some people will lie to you just because they want you to buy the property. We don't do that. We tell you this is the situation of the land. This is the situation of the property. If you like it, you go for it. If you don't like it, pick another one. So trust 100%. Then secondly, I'll talk about affordability. We put our prices in such a way that it suits both high income earners and low income earners. So there's nothing like, hey, their property is expensive, I cannot afford it. No. You definitely see something you can buy. If you say that, okay, I don't have the power to buy in Lekki, you can go for Ikorodu. You can go for Aton Ota. Property is property, my brother. And the way at which everything is growing now, like the way everywhere is developing now, before you close your eyes and open it, you're there. So we are 100% affordable. Anybody, if you are selling bodily on the road, you can buy our land. It's determination. Once you're determined to buy it, you go for it to buy it. Then thirdly, I'll talk about customer service. Our customer service is 100% the best. Just bring your query, bring your question. Meanwhile, we don't even really get queries because we won't do what will make you query us. But if at all, you'll be 100% satisfied that you want to come back and you will even bring more customers for us. So our customer service is at the top.
And now to insurance matters. Acting Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Linkage Assurance PLC, Daniel Bry, had denied claims that insurance companies are not consistent in paying claims to their clients.
Some people say it, not that they have experienced it. Insurance companies, they just collect your money, they don't pay claims. Those that have experienced it will know that yes, the insurance industry is paying billions. Linkage alone, for our 2% proportion, just 2% of the risk, because it's a massive risk. We paid about $1.8 million. That is 2%. So you can imagine those who took 5%, those who took 7%, those who took 6% before the excess was offloaded to the foreign market. So those are, if you aggregate all that, it's in excess of $1 billion, or not more. We are paying those claims. The corporate organizations know that, yes, the insurance companies are there for them. It is the individuals that have not experienced, but even individuals that have experienced and you pay their claims, they will tell you, yes, the insurance companies are there to pay claims. No serious insurance company will avoid claims. That is the reason why we're in business. And it depends on the category of business you are doing. Our regulator, for example, Linkage is a general insurance company. They say when you're investing your funds, invest your funds in short-term securities so that when there is a claim, you can quickly call your funds and meet your liabilities. It will be a mismatch if you're a general insurance company and you do long-term investment and you will not be able to call back your funds, then you will not be able to meet your claims. All those things, the regulator take them or look at them in details, and what are they trying to do to ensure that the claims are paid. And there's also a window to the claimants. If you're not satisfied with an insurance company, you can talk to the regulator. That opportunity is there. So there is nothing shady. Once there are claims, they will be paid.
And that is the Eom Business Network news. Give raffle, give raffle, give raffle. Oh yes, great news. Win a brand new car every month with just 500 naira at the Hesges Synergy Nigeria Limited Give Raffle Draw. Oh yes, you heard right. With only 500 naira, you stand a chance to win a brand new car at the end of every month. You can also win fantastic prizes like refrigerators, mobile phones, TV sets, fans, etc. in the daily round just for 200 naira. What are you waiting for? Subscribe to the Give Raffle Draw and win big. For more details, log on our website at www. Terms and conditions apply. Strictly for 18 years and above. Please note, the Give Raffle Draw is licensed by the Lagos State Lottery Board. Chief Innocent Okeanonife is the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Amala Security Nigeria Limited.
Amala Security Nigeria Limited is a company, is a family company registered by my parents. Registered by my parents while I was still in service. They were doing business with other companies until when I retired, and then I joined them. And since then, they have been doing their best. We have many companies that we service in Amala Security. We are with Saipen, Nigeria. We also work with Samatech. We work with Desicon. We work with Mandelas. In fact, we were in about 27 states in Nigeria. Our mission is to take security to another level. That is to be the best security company in Africa and the world in general. And we are achieving that. We are into industrial security. We're also into downstream security. That is where you operate within the oil industry. So we have gone far, and I'm sure most of our clients are very happy with our services. To our clients, we have already prepared some places we regard as vulnerable places, and we have forwarded those advice to them. Then to the general public, we wish to say that when you are traveling, you have to be very careful. If you also go to Google, you can Google and see some volatile and flash points. And it is when you go there that you now see that if you are from Lagos, you are traveling to the north, you see those places marked. That will show you that those places marked red or marked yellow or marked this, they will indicate that this place you don't have to travel in the night, you don't have to travel late hours. And when you are traveling, you don't have to stop. These are the things that you have to check. But for the Nigeria in general, when you are traveling, you have to check the motor you are going with. Make sure that the vehicle is very serviced. Then you listen to news to make sure that you are not going to a wrong place. Because sometimes the crime is not static. It's not that you say because the north is not order free. You now feel that if you are going to the south that nothing will happen. Because also in the south you still have some crime going on there.
Give raffle, give raffle, give raffle. Oh yes, great news. Win a brand new car every month with just 500 naira at the Hesges Synergy Nigeria Limited Give Raffle Draw. Oh yes, you heard right. With only 500 naira, you stand a chance to win a brand new car at the end of every month. You can also win fantastic prizes like refrigerators, mobile phones, TV sets, fans, etc. in the daily round just for 200 naira. What are you waiting for? Subscribe to the Give Raffle Draw and win big. For more details, log on our website at www. Terms and conditions apply. Strictly for 18 years and above. Please note, the Give Raffle Draw is licensed by the Lagos State Lottery Board. Fumi Ekundayo is Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of STL Trustees.
STL Trustees is a business that started off, got its license in 1991 and started off operations in 1996. That invariably means that we've been in the business of trusteeship and funds management for over 20 years. STL Trustees was originally registered as EIB Trustees Limited, then a wholly owned subsidiary of the former EIB International Bank, PLC. In 2005, following the consolidation in the banking industry, EIB International PLC merged with 4 other banks to form the then Skybank PLC. And then there was a further intervention in the banking sector again, sometime in 2010, and that was when the CBN directed banks precisely to divest of businesses that are not core to their banking operations. And the then Sky Bank PLC, in furtherance of its strategic objectives, decided to divest of its investment, of its stake in its non-banking subsidiaries, of which, of course, STL as at then was one. And then the rest, like they say, is history. We're here today, fully rebranded, fully autonomous, and still waxing strong. So basically, that's our story. We're actually licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission and authorized by the Commission to engage in trusteeship and funds and portfolio management services. And that is what we have been rendering to our esteemed clients over the years with utmost professionalism. Our vision is actually to be the trust company that is most recognized for its competence, reach as in REACH, and client focus. So basically, that summarizes our vision. What is our mission? Our mission is to market and simplify customized trust solutions that will create lasting value for all our stakeholders. And that is why even internally and out there, we call ourselves the value creators. So in STL Trustees, we believe that we create value for all our stakeholders, be it the shareholders, our customers, our clients, our employees, regulators. Generally, we are value creators. You know, to be able to deliver value to your customers, you need highly efficient and highly motivated staff. Our people are our greatest assets, and we ensure that there's that continued and continuous training, welfare, motivation, name it, because it is when your people are satisfied and happy and have the passion for the work they do that they will be able to also deliver value and extend those same values, core values, to your customers. And I believe that in-house we have all the competencies we require to ensure that we continue to give our clients the best. We render trusteeship services in respect of debt issues generally. So any transaction that has an element of debt, you know, credit, you find that the role of a trustee cannot be overemphasized. So we render, in that sense, we render trusteeship services to issuers of debt instruments in the market generally, in the capital market. And that would include governments, that would include government agencies, states, subnationals. I'm sure you're aware that a lot of states have come into the capital market to, you know, borrow funds with a view to using those funds for capital projects in their different states. Anywhere you find such transactions, a trustee is at the core of that transaction, because trustees monitor the interest of the investors who have invested their funds in those instruments. So we do service states as well. And then we render trusteeship services in respect of debentures and syndicated lendings. Now, when a corporate entity or an individual, as it were, approaches a bank for credit facilities, the bank, I mean, when such situations occur, the major focus of the bank is to ensure that the money is repaid, right? However, the bank would also, in line with best credit transaction practices, also require security for those borrowings. So typically, you find that the role of a trustee is also extremely essential in credit transactions, because a trustee would act as a neutral, you know, party to ensure that that transaction scales through all the hurdles along the line until debt is fully repaid.
Adegboyega Adetunji is the chairman of Hesges Synergy Nigeria Limited.
Hesges Synergy, a lot of people find it difficult to pronounce it. It's actually Hesges Synergy, or simply you can just say HS, Hesges Synergy, you know. Hesges Synergy is a business development and investment network. Now, what does this mean? It's sort of a venture capital, but on a small scale level, you understand, to appeal or to fund and build small and medium scale businesses and enterprises. That's generally the idea of Hesges Synergy. You understand? It's a network. You join the network as a subscriber. And then, as a subscriber to the network, you have certain benefits. There are broadly about 6 or 7 benefits that you get as a subscriber to Hesges Synergy network. And one of those benefits is that we can fund your business. So, as a subscriber, you have a business idea, whether an existing business or a fresh idea. You come with it. And then our business development team will look at it, we dot all the I's, we cross the T's, and then we'll fund that business for you. And then as we go on, I'll tell you some of the unique thing about it, because you could ask yourself that, well, everybody can do that, or a lot of people are doing that, but there's certain basic factors that make Hesges Synergy unique in its own way. One of our basic principles in running any of our business is the fact that we don't compromise on excellence. We don't compromise on quality and good service delivery. We always believe this: a good idea will sell itself. We believe in starting small and growing it. Our vision is to be the foremost network in Nigeria and even indeed in Africa, but we're not there yet. We're growing it up slowly. Our vision is to be the foremost network of choice when it comes to business development and funding. So to say the much that we've achieved, presently I think we have about 50 businesses that we're running, that were funded, and then we're running it. You understand? Because when we fund the business for you, we don't just leave you with it. We don't say, take this money, you need 100,000, you need 1 million, take this money, go and do whatever you want to do with it. No. We'll also run the business with you, so we can see how the business is growing. And that's one of the benefits of being a part of the network, because we also have what we call SME mentoring. So there are continuous business mentoring seminars for everybody on how to run your business, and we do it for you for a minimum period of 3 years. So presently we have about 50 businesses that we have funded, and we're still funding. But on the network, we have about 200 subscribers presently, because we believe that if we have 200 subscribers presently and we're able to fund their businesses and they're able to be happy with the business as it is, they go out and tell others. And the model works successfully for the 200. By the time we're 1,000, by the time we're 1 million, it can roll on its own as an autopilot basis. So that's what we're doing. Well, Give Raffle is one of its kind in Lagos State. We're licensed by the Lagos State Lottery Board to operate in Lagos State. What is Give Raffle all about? Give Raffle is a raffle wherein you have players generally stand the chance of winning a brand new car every month with just 500 naira. A brand new car with just 500 naira. Now, there are 2 categories of play. We have what we call the rounds. We do them every day. We call them the daily rounds. To qualify for the daily rounds alone, you can buy a 200 naira ticket. Now, what are the winnings? The daily winnings: we have mobile phone, we have television, we have fridge, we have microwave, we have fan for 200 naira. A whole lot of things daily. So that's for the daily rounds. And then we now have the season, which is at the end of the month. That is when we give the grand prize of the brand new car. If you buy a 500 naira ticket, the day that you buy the ticket, you qualify for that daily round, and also your ticket is in the pool for the monthly season, for the draw for the car. So at the end of the month, one person will go home with that brand new car with just 500 naira. It's awesome. To join the network is basically to register to sign up on www.hesgessynergy.com. www.hesgessynergy.com. Then after signing up, you buy a form. The form is 1,000 naira. It's a one-off form. And then there's a monthly subscription of 2,000 naira for is a membership subscription. So it's that monthly subscription that entitles you to all those benefits. And then from there, of course, subject to certain terms and conditions, when you've been on the network for some period, then you're entitled to bring your business proposal. Then we'll look at it, we'll fund your business for you, and then we'll grow it together. There's certain terms and conditions generally, of course. One of the most important one is that members or staff or the relative of staffs of Hesges Synergy are not entitled to play. They're not entitled to play or participate in it, to make sure that there is transparency in the whole process, you know. And of course, we're subject to constant and periodic review by the Lagos State Lottery Board to see that we're operating well. Also, for winners, when you win, your winning, the ticket is valid for 7 days after the winning has been done. You can redeem your ticket within that period. Then after the 7 days, if you don't renew it, then redeem it rather, it becomes invalid at that point. Those are some of the conditions. But generally, as long as you are 18 years and above, you are entitled and you're qualified to play and participate in the raffle.
And this is where we call it a wrap on today's package of the Eom Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your valued time with us. We do not take it for granted. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to eomcoms.com and any of our other social portals, as you can see on the screen. A deep gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes. Once again, on behalf of the rest of the production crew, we say a prosperous season to you. I am Olorogo Elkanah Moware. Let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.